Veronica Vance. Coming up, we pedal our way around downtown on board the Michigan Peddler Party Bike, charter a fishing boat out on Lake St. Clair, and then we sample Michigan craft beers at the Detroit Fall Beer Festival, so stay tuned.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.
There's a lot of fun ways you can get out and explore the D. You can kayak around Belle Isle or the Detroit River. There's a whole variety of themed walking or riding tours. You can rent a bike and cruise around the entire city, either with a group or on your own. And then there's biking the city in a big group. The Slow Roll is quite a gathering of people who get together for themed rides, and it's open to everyone of all ages and skill level. There are around 25 weekly rides each year. It's really something to cruise around the D with thousands of other cyclists. Now, speaking about pedaling around the D, here's another unique way to get around town. I mentioned it was unique, a unique way to get around town, and you're the man, so tell me a little bit about the Michigan Peddler, Mike.
Sure, this is the Michigan Peddler. We're a 15-passenger party bike located in downtown Detroit. We do 2-hour tours for up to 15 people, and we go to Corktown, Midtown, or downtown. We start our tours at Bookie's Bar and Grill. Oftentimes people show up, have lunch or dinner, a few drinks before getting on the bike, drop them back off here.
And they can bring their drinks on board the bike, right? Because it's a party bike.
You bring your own drinks from home, you bring your own coolers. We also have a cooler you can use. You bring food, snacks, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Hop on board and start having fun. Hey, Rich.
This is Rich, our driver. All right.
He's going to be our driver.
I'm Rich, the driver.
All right, I'm excited for our own little personal tour here. What are some of the favorite tours?
Downtown, typically, people like going downtown.
People have a real specific area that they want to go to, visit, places that they definitely want to stop at. And other times people aren't familiar with the city at all, and so they kind of rely on us to help pick the tours.
Right now we're going to Comerica Park. A lot of people like to take photos by the big tiger.
Tell me, what's your favorite song?
Let's hear some Uptown Funk.
There you go. There you go, you look great. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Took 4. One of them's got to be good.
Groups that want to come, you know, whether if you're older and you don't feel comfortable sitting on a bicycle seat, there's a bench back there that people can sit that seats up to 4 people.
Okay.
So there's something for everybody here. By the end of the day, they're dancing in the aisle and having fun.
Yeah.
There will be groups that want to come in and they basically want to see the city. They're not looking to do a pub crawl. It is a great way to come here and see the people in the city and the energy that's creating. It's exciting to see the architecture, and it's really exciting to see the vibe that's being injected with all the new construction and all the changes that are going on too. So to reserve the bike, you need to find a group of people. It can be 6, it could be 15. The cost is the same.
Then you just can split the cost. That's not
right.
What happens in the winter time?
We run year round.
Year round?
I even have a photo of me in a winter ride. That was
in a winter ride, yeah?
I was absolutely
just
freezing.
Bundle up and away you pedal.
They're the most fun people I've ever run into. They're people that want to pedal below 32 degrees. They're absolutely fun. They make fun out of anything, you know?
People love making a day out of it, where they'll come down, they'll go on the bike for 2 hours, and then they'll schedule dinner at one of the restaurants that they've been anxious to try out, and make it into like a dine and pedal kind of experience. It's a lot of fun. You'll have cars coming by with their cell phones, and they'll be filming you out their window. They'll be honking the horn at you. They're waving. We're honking the horn back at them.
Want a race? Want a race?
And what is great is you see a complete mix of all types of people down here in the city, all economic backgrounds, people from all over.
Didn't you say somebody actually used this instead of a limo to go from the ceremony to the reception?
Yeah, and he's on the bike right now. That's
Rich.
That
was you! That was you! How fun!
Last Saturday.
Oh, well, congratulations!
This was our limo. We went around the spot. Honestly, I couldn't have. It was a beautiful day like this, and it was just awesome. This is Greek town. This is where a lot of Greek restaurants and bars. There you go, there you go, there you go. There we go, let's go. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Yeah, the casino's right over here, so you can lose some money quickly. Want to buy me a couple coney dogs for my effort today? Maybe a water or two?
Absolutely.
Now this is quick, easy in, easy out.
Lafayette or American, you can get in and get out. You're not wasting time on the bike.
It's a famous landmark of Detroit here. We're inside Lafayette, Coney Island. And do you do mustard?
I do mustard. You have to do mustard.
Take them to go, right?
We're taking them to go. We're going to
ride them on the bike.
eat them on the bike.
Okay, yeah, good idea.
You see us in here all the time, right?
Yeah.
All right, so bada boom, bada bing, in and out. We're getting back on the bike.
Time in here was what, 2-3 minutes?
Maximum, yeah. Got your lunch.
Oh, thank you. I might be the only person who puts ketchup in his conies, and people say that's not American, but whatever.
Rich, putting ketchup on that coney is like the least Detroit thing you can do.
I know.
Like it breaks every stereotype of what you're supposed to do.
But I'm
in
me.
Detroit.
I'm me.
Mike, thank you so much. This is the best idea ever. So if you want to book a tour, what's the best way to do that?
Just go online, Michigan Peddler. Peddler spelled like you pedal a bike, DEDALER.
Okay.
.com. Hit the book now button, and you'll see what availability we have.
Book now. I totally recommend it. I'm coming back with my friends. I'll be booking online. All right. I might steal one of your fries now. Is that okay?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. One of the gems in Macomb County is Lake St. Clair. It is the perfect lake for the huge boating community in Metro Detroit, but it's also the perfect lake for fishing. And we're going to do some charter fishing today with Fish Head Sport Fishing. So come on, let's head out on the lake. Hi, Joel.
Hi.
All right.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. I'm excited to go out and catch some
Muskies.
muskies.
Yeah, we're looking for a 50-incher today.
It'll
50
be as big
incher,
as
30
me.
pounds.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe about that tall.
All right. How many people can you have on board? You say
Up
out
to
fishing?
6 people.
6 people.
I grew up on Lake St. Clair, so I've been fishing muskies for over 30 years as a kid. This being a sport fishery for us, we don't keep muskies for eating purposes. what we do is we catch them for the chance of catching a 30-pound muskie or bigger, and then we release them.
Now, this is also a good lake for bass fishing, too.
Outstanding,
Do
incredible.
people keep those, or is that sport?
There are some people that do keep smallmouth bass, so it's a good alternative when, you know, say perhaps people aren't catching perch or walleyes, which are the most sought after.
Those are the most sought after. And so
per table. There's 4 to 10 million walleyes that swim through the Detroit River in the springtime. April to June is outstanding walleye fishing for us. The perfect day for me is this, what we have right here. Maybe even a little chop. Now we're talking about musky conditions here.
What's the most fish you've caught in a day out of here on one of your excursions?
Musky fishing?
Yeah.
We had a day last year that we had 45 muskies in one day.
45.
45 muskies, yeah.
Wow.
The lake is very healthy.
Yeah.
You know, this is a world-class fishery. This pattern is called a walleye. As you can see, it looks like a natural walleye. And when we put it in the water, you can see how that bait moves. I don't know if you can see that very well. There you go.
Okay, so it's even in there.
Yes.
Swimming just like a fish.
That's exactly what they want right there. There we go. Fish on it.
Whoa, wow.
Okay, you ready?
I don't know.
Let's get your burberries down there. All right, you ready? It's the first time that I've ever seen them on my boat. So let's do this. Let's lift up. Noon. All right, now start reeling on your reel.
Let's not.
And then we're gonna lower it. We're gonna lower it as we start cranking. So do this. Keep reeling. Keep reeling.
Oh my goodness, I can see it.
Lift it up. Pull it up.
Okay,
pull it
so
up,
I'm pulling
pull it
them up.
Noon. Let's get it to 12 o'clock. All right, now start reeling. Reel. Okay, you just stay right there. Keep that rod right over the top of my head.
Okay.
Okay, keep coming. Keep coming. All right. There's your first muskie.
Wow, look at the size of him. He's huge.
That's not even a big one.
Oh my goodness.
That's not even a big one, Veronica.
Look at his teeth.
Yep. All right, let's step back here.
Okay.
I'm gonna get them undone. We've
Oh
watched.
my gosh, that's so exciting. I have such a thrill.
There
So
you
my
go.
first muskie ever out on Lake St. Clair did not take long, thanks to the expertise of Joel here in fish heads. And look at that.
And what we'll do is we're just gonna go ahead and release her.
All right.
And you can wash your hand off in the tank here.
Okay.
She's gone. That's how fast she's gone already.
That's a big fish.
That's a big fish for most people.
Yeah.
When we talk muskies, generally we're talking fish that are over 45 inches to 55 inches
All right,
in some
ready.
cases.
I'm ready.
Good. Let's pay attention to that strain and make sure we concentrate on this area here, okay? There we go. We got him. There's your second muskie right
All right. Holy cow.
there. See how many rows of teeth he
Oh,
has?
yeah.
See him up on the
All
top there?
those, right.
Yep. So we'll just let this guy go. And it's gone that quick.
So would you say that a fishing excursion on Lake St. Clair is worth a trip from out of state?
By all means.
Yeah.
With it being a world-class fishery, I've had customers from as far as
Yeah.
Maine to Alaska. I know in one particular case, I had a gentleman that was coming from Texas specifically to fish on Lake St. Clair for
Wow.
one day, 4 muskies.
Okay.
And his goal was to catch a 50-incher.
Did he
Talk
do
about
it?
a little pressure, right? You know, talk about a little pressure.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
We actually caught
great. That's great.
We caught 2 50-inchers that day. One of the very cool places on Lake St. Clair is the lighthouses. There was a conservation effort to rebuild them. So I think it's a cool thing for us to go and take a look at.
We've got Mark here from Camille's. I remember you have a great restaurant.
Oh, thank you
New
very
Baltimore,
much.
and you brought us lunch out
Yes.
here to this romantic lighthouse out in the middle of Lake St. Clair.
Our classic, like an Italian. We have a tuna sandwich, a chicken, and we have a chicken club. Take your pick. We got some beverages in the cooler. You know, Little Camille's also has a catering called Culinary Expressions Catering. We go everywhere, even in the middle of the lake.
Yeah, the middle of the lake. All right. Gary, you want to save this lighthouse. What makes it so special?
These lights were built in 1859. If to put that in perspective,
Yeah.
that's before Abe Lincoln was president, before the Civil War.
Okay,
before,
that does put it in perspective.
Yeah.
Wow.
They were first decommissioned in 1907, and then they dredged a bigger channel because the boats got larger, but they were relit in 1910 when the traffic started getting heavier. So the smaller boats used the old channel and the new boats used the new channel. And then 1917, they're decommissioned for the last time.
This one has already, you've done a lot of work on this one already, correct?
Yes, we spent $900,000 restoring, fixing the foundation, the seawall. The lantern room was redone, refurbished.
That back one there, you're working on restoring that one as well?
Yes, that one we had some tuck pointing work done, brick work done. We spent $60,000 on it last year. We need about $200,000 to upright it and recast the landing room. Our organization is Save Our South Channel Lights. Our website is soschannellights.org. There you can find out about fundraisers, we can buy memberships, we can buy your merchandise, what have you.
I heard too, you do host weddings out here and just...
We've had 8 weddings on the island.
Wow, okay. Oh my. Oh, look at the beautiful staircase. Well, I can see that this would be a nice spot for a wedding. It's something so romantic.
It's quaint, unique.
This is a nice, beautiful landing here.
It's a very beautiful landing. You get to see the front light from here.
The front light, that's what it's called. You know, it's amazing too when you think back about how this was all built in 1859. They had to bring it out brick by brick, and just all the manpower that went into this. So here we are at the top, and you've got some big donors that have contributed to restoring the lighthouse. What is it that you think makes it so special that people like this anonymous donor who's given so much want to restore it? What?
As we are out here today, people fall in love with the lights.
Yeah.
The nostalgia of it, the icons of the lake, and Lake St. Clair here. It's something that just people are drawn. Straight out that way is Detroit, and right over to the left is Canada.
That's Detroit, that way is Canada. Well, Gary, I want to thank you so much for giving me a tour of the island here and showing me all the great work you've done in restoring the lighthouse.
Thank you.
And Joel, I want to thank you for taking me out. I caught my first muskie today, and you can have all this fun out on Lake St. Clair. You can book a charter with Captain Joel from Fish Head Sport Fishing, and you can come out here and take a tour, learn about the lighthouses, all this and more at Lake St. Clair in the D. There are plenty of things to see and do in Metro Detroit, and our calendar of events is up next to point you in the right direction. Woodward becomes Detroit's nighttime exhibition of art and light, and the Magic Stick hosts the inaugural Motor City Comic Festival. Creativity abounds at Ferndale's DIY Street Fair and Eastern Market After Dark, along with the Detroit Design Festival. To learn of any changes, log on to visitdetroit.com or call 1-800-DETROIT. Craft breweries are really taking over the state of Michigan, and they're really taking over the way people buy beer altogether. And what a better way to sample all the hundreds and hundreds of beers that are made out of Michigan every year than at the Detroit Fall Beer Festival, right here in Eastern Market.
This will be my 4th year.
Okay.
With 675 beers, how could you not find something you like? Days before, I check off the ones I want to try. If you like the IPAs, if you like the black IPAs or the Imperials, this is the way to do it. Check them off.
Where's that peanut butter one? That peanut butter cocoa time. That was really good. That was at
Peanut butter. Did you like that one too?
Railtown. Railtown.
I had the hot pepper one. Kind of spicy.
Oh yeah?
And
Gosh, all these are beers. That's crazy. Hot pepper peanut butter. Nuts.
We're at the historic Eastern Market here, one of the oldest farm markets in the country. There's tons of old brewing heritage in Detroit. Detroit has a ton of breweries right in downtown, and it's just a good place. Everyone likes coming downtown. It's, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on in downtown Detroit.
Now, isn't Michigan really making its mark throughout the country for having craft beers?
Yes, we're actually ranked 5th in the country as number of breweries in a state.
Okay.
So, and the other ones are all on the west side of the country.
How many breweries do you have here?
We have 83 breweries this year.
83. That's
And we require that all the breweries that participate in our events have to be members of the Brewers Guild.
Okay.
And it's all Michigan.
So what do? You get a token and you get so many tastings. I mean, how does it work? You can't possibly have 83 samples of beer.
Well, that's 83 breweries. There's 700 beers.
Yeah.
So
oh my goodness.
there's a lot to drink. Endless styles, but your admission ticket gets you 15 sample tokens.
Okay.
And each token is good for 3 ounces of beer.
All right.
So you have a program that lists all the beers in it by brewery and by tent as they're laid out in the festival. The biggest class you can get is 6 ounces of beer. If you really like something, you can give 2 samples or 2 tokens and get like a double sample.
Well, I think I'm going to go around and check out some of these breweries.
You should. There are lots to choose from.
All right, well, thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
All right, folks, we're here today with poor Ethan. This poor man has been campaigning for Giants' rights in the workplace.
Giant rights, oh yeah?
Giants' rights. He doesn't have access to giant-sized parking spots.
Does he have access to a giant-sized car?
He does have a giant-sized car, but he has nowhere to park it. Giant rights!
There you go.
Giant rights!
Giant rights!
Giant rights!
You came from Windsor.
We're from Windsor. We're from Canada. Having a blast. Yep, Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
So you came here just for this?
Just for this event. We brought, I think about 80 of us came over today. We shuttled an entire bus over, a whole group of us. This is a yearly event. We do this every year.
Yeah. And so do you go away with this, like kind of going back, knowing what beers you want to buy for the year?
I've got the magazine in my pocket. I've been marking off every beer that I've had today, keeping a tally of what I want to have next year, and I will keep coming back and trying new ones and the regulars that I love. If I'm going to recommend any of them, it would be the New Holland Brewery, the Dragon's Milk. That is my favorite from year one.
Year one, so
Year one. I will come back. That was my first one today, and that'll be my last one today.
This place exciting or what?
I love it. I'm just going to kind of jump right in.
Beer?
Because I'm getting ready to jump in and go get some beer.
Is that going to be awkward for you?
What kind of beer
This
is
place
this?
is all about sharing. These people are great here. This is a good time.
What am I sampling here?
This is Gravity. It's a mix of two beers.
A mix? Okay.
Yeah, and he says it's a knockout. So,
have you tasted it yet?
I did.
Oh, okay. What do you think?
It's good.
Cheers. All right,
Delightful.
where are you from?
I'm from Windsor. We're across the border.
Okay.
And so we got to come down to this place. So we came, and I'm telling you, this place is awesome.
So now you're a beer festival.
Yeah, I'll be coming every year for sure.
Crazy the amount of choices that are here. There's so many. There's the Great Baraboo. There's the North Center. Where are you guys from?
Northville, Michigan, downtown, just south of 8 Mile on Center Road.
Oh, all right. Well, let's see. What do you got? I like kind of fruity and lime.
Cherry Saison is fantastic. It's a French sour with a cherry mixed in. It's very tart. The finish is very nice. Not as sour as most Saisons should be. It's excellent.
Cherry Saison.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cherry Saison's out.
Oh, I love it. Oh, it's nice.
We need beer money. Beer money.
The Fall Beer Festival has gotten so big that they have one of the giant sheds of Eastern Market that they've got lined with breweries as well. So you brought your baby to the Beer Fall Festival.
You know, I have so much fun here every year. I figure she should be a part of it. It gets better every year. Better beers, better companies. It's awesome to see everyone here.
Okay, so I'm in search of the PBS Stout. And PBS is for
Peanut butter!
peanut butter in beer.
Yes, ma'am.
So is peanut butter in the beer?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love it. And you're from Black Lotus. Where are you guys located?
Boston, Michigan.
Boston? You guys keep this on tap there?
Yes, we have it on tap.
PBS, I'm sold.
Peanut butter stop, baby!
Peanut butter, who would think it works? It's delicious. So if you didn't come prepared with your pretzel necklace, they've got a huge food tent selling all kinds of goodies. They got pork sliders, jambalaya, all kinds of great things that go with beer. And of course, they've got live music.
It's good. It's very good.
See? I can see.
Yeah.
It's very good.
So I waited in line to try the black jalapeno from Stone Brewery. And you're out of Royal Oak, right? Yeah. And so jalapeno beer, is it really spicy? No. No? Just a little spice? Jalapeno beer. Who'd be thinking? Cheers. Oh, I taste the jalapeno. Oh, I like it. Oh, it does have a kick. Oh my. I'm gonna have another sip of that.
We have the Downriver Sunrise, which is the regular red.
Try the stout.
That one's called our Bedlam. We have Belgian yeast in
That's
it.
the Belgian
Okay.
wheat.
And we add.
Put the Downriver Sunrise in that one.
Okay. And we add the hibiscus flower to it. It gives it the tartness of a cranberry, but sweetness of a
Oh, I
cranberry.
like
and
it.
it's 7%, so it sneaks up on you.
Give her some of the Downriver red. We have to try a few different ones here.
Now try this one out. This one's a little lighter.
This
It's your
is
average
our base.
Irish
This is
ale.
our base red beer
Okay.
that we used to make the Lincoln Park 90.
Okay, this is the Sunrise.
Downriver Sunrise.
I'm sold on the name. Oh, that's nice.
All right.
So it's like a morning beer.
All right.
cheers from the Detroit Beer Fall Festival, and it's another great event that happens every year right here in downtown. Well, that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Veronica Vance. And remember, if you would like more information on any of the places we visited, log on to visitdetroit.com. So until I see you next time, go out and explore on your own and discover the D. To learn about discounts and special offers for featured attractions, plus how to get copies of Visit Detroit magazine, click on visitdetroit.com.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.
Hang on, I gotta figure out how to turn it. Always something happening here. You never know what. Oh, hang on. Oh, how's that? Is that better? Keep watching it. Thank you.
Does that happen often?
No, never.
What I want to do, even to get more direct.